How about now? Yeah, now there should be sound. There should be sound. There should be music. There should be sound. We should be good. Yeah, I know. We're good now. We're good now. Let's see if this fixed it. I'm waiting for chat. Yes, sir. Finally. Sorry about that. I had to shut down my PC. They were doing some work and and yeah. Anyways, I was saying good morning. Hope we're all well. I was saying that we need to hype up for the markets. That's why I put that music on. Getting spammed in the Telegram now. And yeah, I was saying that, you know, ready to smash the markets. Put some chill music on. And yeah, we have been smashing the markets anyway, so that's all good. And yeah, thanks guys for your patience. But I was saying, yesterday we had GBP news. GBP news came out better than expected, which basically the impact in the market we saw is that market, you know, it's good for the UK to finally inflation start to go down, but it's still really high. So, you know, that's why we never saw any major moves, because people are like, okay, yeah, it's good, it's coming down, but you know, it's still not fixed. So we kind of saw just a small pullback from the top of our range. Today we have PPI on gold here, which will affect price, of course, during the time, which is 5:30 p.m. my time. New York session time around 8:30 p.m. I mean AM, sorry, New York. But for GJ today, we'll have a look. Yes, sir. Glad it's been a good week for you. And yeah, it's not been too bad of a week, actually. Some decent moves we finally had on GJ, and you know, there's been some opportunities. Yesterday was a little bit tough. You have to take more of an advance entry to get the moves. I actually took one more opportunity yesterday. I actually tried to take a buy from this zone right here on this 5-minute close right here. I tried to take after we had this push. I saw it come back to the same zone. I'm like, you know what, let me give it another try to see if I can catch the second half. I really wanted to get back up into these highs here. I'm like, you know, let me give it another try here. I saw this 5-minute reject the same zone where the first trade would have come from that I sent in the group and stuff. And then it pushed up here. When it reached here, I went break even and I got stopped break even. But, you know, one trade is all right. You know, gave it another shot and that's it. But anyways, let's do the analysis here. Start off at the daily as always. So daily has closed bearish back in the range. So that's a very interesting close. This close here was very interesting to close back outside the range. Really thought that, you know, what is important, the same as that 4-hour candle that I was telling you guys about. If we don't break the highs, look, highs respected, reversal, highs respected, reversal, highs respected, reversal. So it is seeming to be the pattern. As long as we respect the highs, we reverse here. So this daily candle is open now with no top wick. Is it the same amongst pairs? Yes. So this daily candle here is open, you know, with a very small, if any, top wick, to be honest. And there is a chance until we break the daily low, there's not going to be heavy continuation. But, you know, the session does look bearish here. You know, we do have, there's more bearish signs than bullish. But at the end of the day, this 4 hours closing bullish here. And this is why I want to make an argument. A lot of people on textbook, this looks bearish, but really we do have an opportunity for buys because it's respecting the low. There's not really a top wick. Yes, we close back in the range. So again, this is another mixed session where we can both argue buys and sells. But look what's happened on the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, we made a low. We tried to break that low. We now rejected off the low and created a small support here. So sells really don't make sense until we start getting below 168.70. Once we get below there, to be easy sells. But if we start breaking impulsively above the highs here, which will also be the daily flip, this yellow line here is the daily flip at 161.450, 161.500, we could see a nice push up here for a 22 pip range and potentially 57 pip range. If not, then we're going to continue down and we'll have selling opportunities. So with that all marked out, we can now mark out our 4-hour support here. That's a small 4-hour support. We know the 4-hour resistance is that. We'll mark this as our new 4-hour support like this, right? And see, you can see how I'm just adjusting lines very quickly. It's not really too difficult thing to do. All you have to do is adjust your lines. This area now, is it still important? Yes, it is this daily resistance. If we go on the 1 hour, we can see it is important here. I think I'll just keep it like that. Let's see what it's on the 30-minute. Yeah, that's around fine. This was news, so yeah, we can see how we have this range here. Here's the 4-hour support. Gonna adjust it like this so it lines up. Yeah, so now with this support is down here, so sells are gonna be easiest below here. As you can see, it's a messy range. We don't really want to be trading in here. Buys from the bottom of the range here, oof, it's gonna be a little bit tough. It will be something like yesterday, you see. But yesterday, again, mixed session, you can take buys and sells both played out, right? But essentially for today, if we start getting above this highs here, this is that daily flip, there could be an opportunity for buys, but we don't want to see this. We want to see this kind of range here. We don't want this to be two big candles, otherwise the move will be kind of done and we'll just probably get a fake out, and then people will say, oh, why did we fake out? And it'll be like, yeah, because we already pushed up from here heavy, right? The volume was gone. Same here, volume was gone, boom, it came back. So we need to catch during the volume. And when does volume come? London open time, right? So we need to see what structure forms. For sells, it's a bit messy to sell in the zone. Closure below here is at 11 pip range. Even below this 161 level, you're selling right into that 4-hour support here. I mean, that is, let's have a look at this 161 level on higher time frame. Yeah, so I mean, 12 pips there. Selling into the, I mean, these rejections here are giving you a lot of information. This is not a zone you want to sell. I mean, there might be an advanced entry today, like yesterday, where we come down here and we hold above here and we create a 4-hour, not a bullish candle from this zone to trade back up. But this, we need more information in the market, right? So all of you guys who showed up early to the stream here, I'm giving you some alpha information, some information of quite interesting setups and how to trade a market that's currently positioned like this. We don't need to force a trade today. It's not really, we don't have to force a trade, so let's wait for clear opportunities. Above these highs, if we can get, is the nicest and easiest buys, and below these lows would make sense for sells. But I want to see resistance. I don't want to, if this starts moving down quickly, I'm not going to sell the lowest point of the day, because the lowest point of the day is when you get pullbacks like this. So I want to see this create some target. So a bit of patience is going to be the best thing for today, and those are the ones who are going to succeed, are the ones who are consistent and stay patient here, right? But we have plenty to talk about here, and possibly we'll see what happens in the short term. Good morning. My first experience. I'm trusting the process. I believe in you, sir. You are genuine. You have to believe in yourself. I'm only here to guide. The work is going to be done by yourself. If you put in the work, I'm sure you'll succeed. And yes, you have to trust the process and stay consistent. And yeah, you'll get better, man. For sure, for sure. But thank yourself at the end of the journey, right? So gold, let's have a look at gold. What has gold been doing? Absolutely disgusting yesterday. Look at that. That's absolutely will tear you up, right? If you try to trade that. As for gold, daily is still looking like continuation. We hit this daily support. So this was our target yesterday. We hit target yesterday. London started pushing down. I missed the sells on gold yesterday in London. I was too concentrated on GJ, but we got the trades on GJ anyways. So that doesn't really matter, but still, it was some nice trades on gold. But in the group, there was people I saw who caught gold as well. So that's always nice to see. On the 4-hour time frame here, we do have a support that we've created here. This daily support is going to be a very, very big issue. Trading at daily support is very, very risky, and you're asking to get your ass whooped here, to be honest, because rejection at any time, it is quite a tough area to trade, and I personally would wait to get either below this zone or wait for news to pull back, or just something more information here. If we end up creating a range, you can maybe look for sells, something like that, but we just basically need more information, right? And yeah, I mean, pretty simple analysis today. We'll have a look at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin had a bit of a pump yesterday. And we created that daily support that we marked out here, this daily support, interesting close. We didn't reject the wicks. The 4-hour ended up closing bullish here. So this 4-hour bullish was an opportunity to catch buys after this 4-hour bullish candle close. On the 1-hour, yesterday we were speaking about this was the best trade here after the 1 hour, but yesterday we were speaking about that 15-minute, right? That 15-minute to close above this zone here. And what ended up happening is that we had this closure here. Yes, you would have had to hold a little bit of drawdown here, but this would have been the trade. It did come a bit later. You would have taken it something like this. This was the trade, 15 to close above this zone. And if you check yesterday's stream, I talk about how if we wait for a 15-minute to close above this zone or take buys after a pullback, which is a little bit more advanced and risky, your stop would go below the 15-minute candle or safe stops below this zone here. And your target essentially will not be as high as this, but your target would have been the top of the range, something like that. And obviously this candle came with a lot of volume, and you would have had yourself a journey here. You would have had a rocket. Does TradingView have a rocket emoji? They really need to make a rocket emoji. Let's have a look. They have a rocket emoji. Yeah, there it is. So you would have had yourself a big rocket move here, right? And that would have sent you on a rocket move all the way up here, right? So that would have been nice. So now what's going to happen now? So now we're at the top of the daily range, which is indicated by here. We're trying to break above, but there's all these wicks here, right? And now we basically need to hold support above this. 4-hour did close above, but I'm sure this is a 4-hour resistance up here. Yeah, you can see this 4-hour resistance in this zone. So yeah, I think you don't want to be buying the highs. You need to wait for a pullback, if anything. It's quite risky. The move is basically done. If you missed it, you missed it, right? Don't worry, bro. We're on GJ here. We're on GJ. We are on GJ. We spoke about the analysis on GJ already. Analysis was spoken about. If you rewind the stream like 5 minutes, you can see the GJ analysis. It was pretty simple. If you want me to sum up the GJ analysis, I can. It's a mixed session. We have dailies closing bearish, which makes sense. You know, which makes sense for sells here, but this daily no top wick. So if this daily flips, we could see buys towards the upside based on this 4-hour candle creating support here, right? 4-hour candle is creating support here, but we need to break above this zone for buys. For sells, I'd rather get below 16800 would make more sense here, right? That's what I'm looking for, man. That's it basically. That's a basic analysis, right? What time frame? What time do I normally place my trades? Time as in time frame or time as in time? So time frame, 15 minute, 30 minute normally, maybe sometimes, most of my confirmation 15, 30 minute. Time I normally place pre-London Open. So around an hour from now, anywhere between, like now for example, if you look, I don't know if it shows on my screen, but anyways, now is like 10:22 my time. So around 11:22, 11:30. Mostly these days it's been around 12, 12:05, 12:10, around those times is when we've been seeing the volume. So I basically look for volume and then take it when I see the volume. Does it make sense to trade LTA on the 1 minute? No, 1 minute LTAs are really, really risky. They don't really make sense. You have to, 1 minute trading is a lot like zone trading. I would only use, if you're really advanced and you like the lower time frame, only use 1 minute for entries, not for confirmation. Your confirmation should come from higher time frames. Nice. So yeah, it looks like we're just chilling off in here, and when it's arranged, there's nothing we can really do. All we can do is have a chat, guys. You know, we can have a chat, and 1 min, 100 lots, 5 to 10 pips. Yeah, that would work, man. That's enough, right? That's 10k. I'm happy with that. So I guess I'm waiting for a 15 close. Not exactly just a 15 close, because if I'm not a trader who's gonna say buys above here, sells below here, because you can't. That's an easy way, and this is where a lot of people can cheat you, because of course the market is either gonna go up or go down. So both ways I'm right. So instead I make conditions based on the market. If we had a daily candle close and this 4-hour daily candle close bullish, and this 4-hour was also closing bullish, I would not even tell you to look for sells. I would say sells don't make sense today, I'm not selling. For me, I'm not the first person to sell. I'm actually still bullish while we're at the highs here. But I'm making the scenario. As you can see, yesterday, I was not bearish. I was still had a bullish bias. And what did we end up doing? We ended up basically trading exactly where news finished us, you know. We didn't push down. We're not here at the bottom of the screen, right? We're basically just in a range, slowly giving a small pullback here. So I'm populating the idea that there is a possibility for buys, but I don't want to see just two heavy candles like this and close above here, because I'm too late. It will be something like that, right? Two heavy candles, next one reversed, and I don't want to get caught in a fake out. So I want to see how structure forms. How does structure form? Do we trade up here like this slowly, or maybe get one candle, then a pullback, then the close above? Then I can look to take the trade towards the upside. For sells, I'm not just waiting. I'm waiting for a full breakdown on sells. So for sells, I want to see price completely break down. I want to see closures being made, and I'm not going to be selling the lowest point of the day. I will wait for a pullback to continue sells down, right? Selling in this range here is not enough. The rejections we've been seeing, rejection, 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 is just asking for trouble to sell into here. So if anything, I'm populating in advanced entries. You know, possibly if we see another rejection here, also can make sense for buys, right? We don't necessarily, we can buy up to this daily resistance, right? As long as what I want to see respected on GJ is this 4-hour low here, right? Because this 4 hours open, no top wick, right? We can see no top wick on the 4-hour, which makes it super interesting, right? I mean, on the 1-hour, if you get a closure below here, it looks good, but just these rejections are going to be an issue. If you look at the 30-minute, you can see how it's a difficult zone. You won't go to sleep today until you catch a buy on GJ. If there's no trade, there's no trade. The part of being a trader is the ability to know when not to trade. You know, a big part of trading is not actually trading. If you were to trade all the time, you'd probably lose money that way. You have to trade when it makes sense to trade. You don't need to take wins every 10 seconds, you know. You don't need to take 5 wins a day. You need to take good amount of wins, right? I mean, basically all I'm trying to say is you need quality over quantity. That's a simple way to say it. Upon confirmation, higher time frame, let's say price is bearish but lower time frame turns bullish, which is true price move from higher to lower. No, that's situational. That comes with more. That's a very long topic. You won't. Your bias always comes from the daily and 4-hour candles. Those two candles develop your bias, and from there you can expand, right? The trade sharp session bias says mixed session. Why don't I see it in your screen? You're not using it because the trade session bias indicator is a very simple indicator. It only tells you, first of all, I made the indicator, so I don't need it. I know how to use it. But you know, free promo, I can promote it. You know, yeah, look guys, if you want, and it is a mixed session, right? And I told you it's a mix because we have dailies closing bearish, but we have a 4-hour candle closing bullish here. So it's mixed, you know, we're basically in a range here. There's no buys or sells, and we're doing what happened here looks very similar to what's happening here. You know, we're creating a range, we're going up, we're going down. It's not really, nothing's really happening, right? If this was going to be a lower high, we want to see this break the lows and continue. That's why for continuation I want to get lower, you know. But you know, the indicator is what I made, so it's a basic thing. It's to help you guys. What do you mean by no wick? And this is very interesting. Well, if you look at 90% of candles have top and bottom wicks, so you can expect them to, at some point, to make a top and bottom wick. So if this 4-hour candle has no top wick, at some point you can expect it to flip and make a top wick, right? If that's what most candles do. Like for the guys in the program, this would basically be like a setup 5 we could potentially look for here, right? And ideally you want for sell setup number 2 to end up in sells, right? If you're enjoying the stream, guys, I'd always appreciate a like. It's the YouTube business here. And yeah, we try to push and get the stream out to more people so that they can benefit from this. I'm trying to get this stream to 100 viewers, but it's not going the way I expected. YouTube does not want to help. You know, the algorithm these days have been really tough. Really, really tough. If this weekly here closes above this resistance, very interesting if that happens, huh? At this point, I could basically trade like this. I don't need any lines. Simple pose in front of a Lambo and I'll see 1,000 viewers. I'm not too sure. You know why? Because everyone does that. Everyone does that and it doesn't achieve anything, right? Only popular people who do it still make it popular. But new people who do it, people are like, you know, it is what it is, right? Yeah, I'm patient. Don't worry about that. Thank you guys. Thank you for your support. Yeah, and that's the difference, right? We don't have idiots here in the chat, right? You can see questions are good questions. People are supportive, you know. I'm not getting questions in the chat like, you know, I don't know, like, what color is your, you know, Lamborghini or something, which is fine to ask, you know. I don't like Lamborghinis. Not my favorite car. But maybe I'll experiment with that more. I might experiment with that. I might make a video where I act like, I don't know, I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. To show how easy it is. Because it's very easy to show that type of lifestyle. GU daily is looking, at daily support similar to gold. We're at daily support here. 4 hour, if this this 4 hour closes bearish, you could have some continuation. News will affect GU today as well. But if this 1 hour holds support, there might be a possibility for upside above this 1.25, but it's tough, If you understand that you're buying from daily support and you could expect this daily support to hold and this becomes a range, then it could make, some sense to see some upside. But at this point, it's, yeah, GT3 RS would be the goal, bro. That's the goal. But Porsche won't even sell me the car. If I go to Porsche and it's like, hey, man, can I please have a GT3 RS? They're like, you need to have a, $2 million purchase history. And it's like, buy, $2 million worth of cars and maybe we'll consider giving it. Ferrari, I don't like Ferrari. I like Porsches. For me, a car is not a flex. If I buy one of these cars, it's because I enjoy driving cars on the track. I would actually take a supercar and track it. That's the point of it. I've always had a passion for engines and all of these motorsports. Motorsports has always been a passion of mine. Yeah, it's just, you see, you have to be smart about it. It's like, if I really wanted to do it, you can't just go and spend random money at random times, right? It's expensive amount of money, it's a big figure of money, and if you have to think about, will it stop your progression? Yeah, it looks cool, to have it and stuff like that, but you have to do it when the time is right and be smart about it, Because now I want to reinvest in what I'm doing here, right? Yeah, you can buy them from the dealers, but you're paying a 200, like 100,000 dirham increase in sticker price, right? You can buy it from any of the like VIP Motors, First Motors, any of these second-hand dealers. Not second-hand, the car's new, but they just sell it for what you call it, surplus in price, right? 100%, yeah. Skyline M3 F80 is very, very nice as well. E90 is also very nice. A Skyline is cool. I also like Japanese cars. I like a, yeah, like maybe a, I mean, if I get a Japanese car, it would be for drift, so it would be like a Chaser or something, No, amazing, man. Yeah, I plan to continue these live streams. I enjoy them, and I made the time to do it right now, pre-session. During the session, as I told you, the biggest live streamers on YouTube never show their biggest positions. Please show me a live streamer on live who showed their biggest positions. You always see it on Instagram later. The reason why is because when you're taking heavy risk, you need concentration. I don't want to be pressured by other people and stuff like that. And this is how you guys should be, right? You guys should also be concentrating on that stuff. Oh, Nicholas, nice, nice. Welcome, welcome. And that's the goal of these streams, right? Is to give an idea, plan the idea, and then you guys go execute on the trades, right? You have to execute on the trades. Trust me, That's why you don't talk about an open trade. Yeah, I mean, you want to concentrate on your trade. Not only that, like I don't have a problem showing trades, and I'll show trades in my groups, no problem. I'll show you my trades. That's not my issue. My issue is that I want you guys to improve, right? And the way for you guys to improve is to build the confidence to take trades yourself. Do I follow Raja Banks on Instagram? Yes, I follow him. I know who he is. He's the first popular live streamer. I know who he is. Morning, Valentine. And that's the thing, you know. There'll be some new things coming. You guys will understand. And it will be very, very interesting here as to why I plan the streams like this and how this will benefit everybody, right? That's the goal. I want to build something that is a little bit different here, you know. We want traders to succeed. And in order to do that, you guys need to see how to make a plan, and then you guys have to go and execute on that plan. I've been seeing this happen in the group, you know. People have been taking trades in the group that we've talked about on stream. And that makes me happy because, you know, that's sustainable. And also, if I'm not busy trading, I'm here to answer your questions, right? I'm here to answer your questions. And also, a real trader will trade, right? You have to really question yourself. Are they, you know, there's a difference between a stream trader. Watch this, guys. Next time, I know you guys, exactly. I am teaching how to fish, but I know you guys watch other streamers who are watching this. And I want you to notice something. I'm not saying other streamers are bad. So the information they give for free, I respect that. And I think there's a lot of valuable information you can gather from streams. But the biggest thing you'll notice about streamers is they have a very basic strategy in terms of they'll tell you, you know, they'll hold a little bit wider stop, you know, 40 pip stop, 50 pip stop, 30 pip stop. You know, when I trade, my max stop, you know, my average stop is 15 pips. You know what I mean? But you notice these traders have a little bit wider stops and they follow a basic strategy on candle closures and maybe sometimes entering on the 5-minute time frame, some of these streamers. And what ends up happening is you see this basic strategy, it becomes like a level where you guys just get stuck. So on stream, yeah, it's enough to make money, but it's not the things that are you need in trading. It's about having periods where you are stable and then you have big hits, like you hammer the markets hard, you stabilize again, maybe sometimes you have a downturn, you take a lot of losses, or you're having a you know, a downswing, and then you hit the market hard again, you're back up again. That's a real trader, and for that to happen, you have to, there's adaptations, and a good trader is someone who can stick to their strategy but adapt to certain things in the market in order to maximize potential profits you may encounter, right? And that's what I think a lot of people don't understand about traders. And if you watch other traders out there, spend a lot of time observe what do you see about these other traders, and, you know, even watch what I do. There are times when I take very basic trades, and there are times when I put heavy risk in the markets and go big. And you notice all of those are done off stream, because it's not as easy as just speaking on a simple strategy on stream. There's times where you'll be in your certain plan, you might be holding drawdown for a couple of days. Like, you know, when I took the buys from 158, you have to understand how much drawdown I held, right? Look at this. I took buys. This was my position, right? Where was it? It's on the 15-minute. Yeah, this is the 30-minute time frame. Whoever was asking, I saw. But when I took buys here, you guys have to check this drawdown, right? I took buys around here. This was my buys around this 158, 100. Yeah, like this. Right? Stops were here. Something like this. Like, those were my buys. I closed somewhere at 16500 here. Right? Yeah, I closed somewhere like this. Like, look at this, you know. I was up here 100 pips in profit, right? Straight back to break even. Like, I lost 100 pips in profit, straight back to break even. Then I was up again 140 pips in profit, right? Then guess what happened? Now I'm in drawdown minus 60 pips, but continue with the plan. I either with this higher time frame position, I'm either stopped out or it hits TP. It's one or the other, right? It's one or the other, right? Because but people, they panic in these situations and it's very hard to explain that, right? But again, I'm not risking $5,000 on this trade. You know, this was the first higher time frame trade I took of the year. Took it a bit easy, you know, nothing, not a home run yet. I'm not hitting home runs at the moment. I'm not looking to make 10K off a trade at this point in of the year, you know. I'm building a balance, building a solid thing, and then when I feel like, you know, the markets are in a position to take those type of home runs, they will come, right? They come naturally. I've watched one of your live streams, but recently was searching for smart money concepts basically, and you simplify it to the highest degree, unlike these people trying to indicate to sound smarter. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, right? We want to make everything simple, right? Trade the markets in a simple way that works. How do you access the group? The group is in the description, man. If you go to the description, you can see there is all the information, right? Discord is the same as Telegram. And I recommend you guys join. There's a lot of information in there. I announce the live streams in there. Any videos that come up. How do I know the market is ready for more risk? Because I see continuation moves. I see moves that when you get in a trade, it continues. Like yesterday, let's say it took buys here. Something like that. On this 15 close, stop loss below the lows here. This stopped right here, right? Look, 26 pips stop. If we had continuation in the market and we're trending heavy, this will continue going, right? We just saw it like the other day here. This was a nice continuation. This was good continuation. So we're starting to see it. We're starting to see it. And at the end of the day, it's also like just sometimes it works out naturally, right? You just put high risk on something and it works out. And then you know, it's not I wouldn't say it's a slight element of like luck, you know, but not essentially full luck, but essentially it's like, okay, fine, I got into a good position here, right? If you have basically the balls to hold the trade, you know, you're like, fine, I'm gonna hold this. Can you take a look at FTSE? When should we start shorting it? All right, I'll have a look at FTSE, no problem. That's not a candle you want to short, my friend. Not a candle you want to short. Yeah, you don't want to short this, bro. This is all-time highs, right? Yeah, this is all-time highs. You don't want to short this. This is target 1 here. Yeah, I wonder if it starts rejecting here, where we're at. Now, you guys are gonna ask me, why are you using Fibonacci? I thought you don't like the Fibonacci. We're at all-time highs. There is a time to use Fibonacci, but it's not when we have structure. Without structure, now you've done something new. There is a chance to use a Fibonacci. Let's see what happens at this resistance, man, for FTSE. It's obviously bullish. Any pullbacks here for buys still make sense, but let's see what happens at this resistance. I'll be very interested to see. Shorting it? I won't be shorting this, man. Minimum, even below here is risky. Look, pullbacks to continue. There's nothing. You need at least a weekly candle to close bearish before thinking about shorting it. Look, even the last time that happened, we got nice continuation, you know. It's pumping, man. Thoughts on NAS? I know you guys like NAS. Let's have a look. Look at this box I drew before we even came to this zone, man. It's respected it perfectly, right? Pinpoint. NAS looks good for continuation if we break these highs here on the weekly. Weekly high is going to be broken. Daily candle. Daily candle is lagged. Oh, there we go. Daily is at resistance, but just close slightly above. We have this zone here on the left to worry about. Yeah, NAS is at a high. I wouldn't be buying NAS right now. I'd wait for a pullback to continue or a break above this and support. You need support above, right? That's the best option here for NAS. Best option for NAS. I know you guys were going to ask why I use a fib. On your bigger trades, do you 50% at regular target combo? Bigger trade is a whole different trade. So if I get a session trade and I look to hold it, then I'll probably close half, or I'll open 2 positions and just add more risk and I'll close one at normal target and look to hold. But if I get that trade wrong, I've basically lost 2 trades. So, you know, it just depends, you know. But no, I rather open 2 separate positions so I can, you know, trade one for the session, because a good thing you can do is close some profits, and then even if the second position comes in drawdown, the profits you close from the first position will cover for the loss of the second. Can you share this on your social platforms? Yeah, please. That would be great. I would appreciate if you shared this on your social platform. Tag me. My Instagram is there. I'll repost the story. Help you guys get some traction. Follow me. I also post trading content on my Instagram. You guys should check out my recent video about how to handle losses. It's really good. It talks about how to handle losses as a business expense, because if trading is a business, you need to treat it like a business. So check out that. That's in the description. That's the Instagram. You can share that. And then also other groups in the description. So yeah, you can share that. No issues, man. No issues. If you take trades and you like to have a trading journal on your Instagram, that's also not bad idea to have a trading journal on your Instagram. You guys can you can tag me if you take any trades, no problem. I'll have a look. I watch that stuff. NZD man, you're always trading these weird pairs, man. Always trading these weird pairs. Same, we're at weekly resistance. Same like GJ, actually, very similar. This daily, very rough zone, man. Yeah, this if we flip, maybe, yeah. There's 4 hour closing above, maybe, but it's already tap target basically. 1 hour is at the top of the range. You need to get out of this range, man. I wouldn't be buying the top of the range. Yesterday, I think you got burnt buying the top of the range yesterday, right? So I wouldn't recommend getting burnt buying. I would recommend waiting for some more structure. Any new people in here, welcome. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. This channel doesn't always... I'll update you, Lemon, because Lemon, I've seen you in the chat here. So you get free pass today. And your free pass is you get me to update you what we're looking for on GJ. You're very lucky. But whoever's new showing up here in the chat, welcome. This is not only a live streaming channel. Well, it's not basically a live streaming. It just started live streaming. But this is on the channel. If you go to videos, you'll actually find a lot of information there. Key information. Key information on there. So definitely check that part of the channel. And if you do happen to like it, right? If you do happen to like the videos on the channel, then you can consider subscribing, right? And if we can hit the likes and try get this viewership up to 50 viewers before the end of the day, or I mean not end of the day, but end of this stream, we'll see what happens. Come to Twitter. Yeah, first, let me try get the gram up first, then I'll consider coming to Twitter. But yeah, Twitter wouldn't be a bad idea. I post a lot of updates in the group. I'm quite active in the groups. So basically, Lemon, on GJ, we have a mixed bias. You know, sells are what initially makes sense based on this daily closing back in the range. But we also have to consider that there's no top wick on the daily, so this daily can flip. Also, the 4 hour... if it's trying to break down, it's not doing so. We're basically ranging up here, and if we wanted to see a breakdown, we would have got, you know, we want to get below these lows, create resistance, and continue down, and then that will give the easy sells. But since we created this support here, there is a possibility for buys, maybe above this resistance here, or potentially coming into London session, maybe above here, if there's volume. Potentially above here might be an option. Gold. No, nothing's happening on gold. Not really enjoying this price action here on gold. Next week I'm gonna get my other camera here. I have an expensive camera that I used to record this one right here. This is a good camera, but it was overheating. So I'm gonna try hook that up for next week. I'm also gonna try sort out the chat here on stream. So we can have, on chat on stream, we can have it looking nicer. Probably add a bot to the chat as well. We'll try get this looking professional, right? I'll reinvest my time and get, yeah, try do that. Man, if it works for you, continue doing it, right? The best thing with trading price action is you can trade whatever you want to trade. Doesn't mean anything. We have people in here who socially trade Bitcoin and crypto, happy doing that. We have people here like you trading euro, you know, gold and JPY, you know. Yeah, sometimes it's good, guys, just to come in here, have a chat, right? When the market's ranging. Otherwise, you guys are sitting here, you're looking at the markets, trying to force a trade. Oh, where am I going to find a trade? And you don't learn anything. You just cause yourself a panic and end up failing, right? So it's always good sometimes to do this. All right, give me 2 minutes. I'll be back. Just going to the toilet. And yeah, let's have a look. Okay. Give me a sec. London session has started. Well, essentially, yeah, it started after the 4 hour candle close. So it basically started an hour ago, practically. But London Open is not for another hour. We'll run the stream a little bit more. Took a long on GJ. Explain your long. Why would you take a long on GJ? We're in a range, man. My workout. Yeah, it makes sense. But you just, if that, that's fine. If you're basing it off 4 hour, fine, no problem. But stops have to be here 36 pip stops. And your target is going to be here 40 pips, right? So 1 to 1. That, yeah, it does make sense. For me, it's a bit early. I would probably want to close above this resistance to trade up to the next resistance. Yeah, that makes sense to hit the daily open. I don't see why not. Just need to be careful about that, where we're trading. Your stops will have to be held below here. It's kind of like it makes sense, but you just have to kind of be patient and hold this trade, if anything. But for me, I like to get into trades that go quick. I don't want to be in dramatic moves, holding drawdown for a long time, I just want to be in and out and then get on. So I wait for volume, and if volume comes, I can take the trade towards the upside, right? Or downside. Who influenced me to trade? Well, that actually, I started in crypto, right? So once I started in crypto, I realized I was investing very heavily into crypto, and then I realized, okay, fine. It's great when the price goes up, but when the price goes down, I'm not actually making any money. How can I make money when the price goes down? And then I found about trading, and who I actually found trading through would be, of course, being in crypto, you know that people trade, but then the guy who I used to watch, his name was Eric Crown. He's a crypto YouTuber, and yeah, he's basically just gives technical analysis and does that daily. So that's how I got influenced. Here to learn, yeah, for sure, man. Your idea does make sense. You know, your idea does make sense. I'll give you merit for that. Your idea is not wrong. Your entry could probably be better, but if this does work out, you will have a good entry. But the problem is, you might have to hold drawdown, and at this point, it's kind of like it can work out and it might not work out. But if it does work out, then you have an entry from the low of the range. Super duper late. It's all good, man. Don't worry. Morning, morning, Ethan. It's all good, man. But the important thing is that, you listen to the stream here. You took the ideas and you populated your own plan, right? 15-minute close above the clean range. I'm even populating trading up to that clean range. But, this is a news candle, so your target is essentially this here, because without this candle, this would have been your target. I would prefer to see some volume come into the markets here. As I said, I don't want to see two big candles like this, one like a big candle looking like that, and another big candle, because that would be like yesterday where we see these big candles and then the volume dies off and then it does nothing. So what you want to see is you want to see us slowly range up and then create some sort of support, then get the breakout. That would be better. But yeah, that would be the zone I was looking for, right? That would be the zone that I would be looking for. Or essentially to trade up to here, right? That would be another option. Morning, Amar, morning. GBP CAD. I don't even have GBP CAD on here, man. You should try, you have some good ideas. I see you trade good, but maybe concentrate on fewer pairs. It'll probably help you. Gold, talked about gold. Not very, very happy with this range here. Sells make sense. We have news today, which I think is going to impact gold. But, buying from the bottom of the range is very, very risky, but makes sense based on we are trading at daily support. So selling into daily support is very, very, very risky to sell into daily support. So I rather not sell into daily support and just wait to get either below it or to pull back to continue more sells. What's your plan? What's your plan for gold? If I trade 1 to 2 pairs, I might take 10 trades. Oh yeah, you said you have very specific setups. Yeah, that makes sense then. How about EJ? Morning, Geoff. Jeff, sorry. Morning, bro. All the way from Sri Lanka. Have a profitable day. Welcome from Sri Lanka. Thank you for wishing me a profitable day. I wish you have a profitable day. I'll have a look at EJ. Very popular pair. So daily is more bullish than GJ. Wow, daily got the continuation here on EJ. 4-hour candle is consolidating, kind of at this resistance here. Yeah, GJ looks like EJ looks like if it starts breaking this high, it wants to go for a big rocket here. Actually, it does look interesting, EJ. Yeah, close above this resistance here. If you get a close above this resistance and then you see like a down wick lower time frame and start breaking above, especially above this zone here, maybe you get a little bit of a push, right? Maybe you see EJ do some magic here, right? Like that. Okay, come on, stop flexing now. 1 hour resistance form. Man, that's so long ago. That is at 7 a.m. I'm not even trading at that time. But yes, that made sense. Now I'm telling you it's too late to sell. I told you, Jimmy, if you play this idea, you have to want to run a wide stop. If you play the idea of taking buys now, you have to run a stop below these lows here. Trust me, it will keep you safer. Because if it ends up closing below here, you can close half of your trade and lose only half, right? It would be better to hold below here. It's safer. Because you'll target all the way up here, right? What's the best time frame for day trading? The best time frame is the time frame that the trade makes sense on. So if the trade makes sense on 1 hour, take the trade on a 1 hour. If the trade makes sense on a 15 minute, take the trade on a 15 minute. If it makes sense on a 30 minute, guess what? Take it on a 30 minute. Very, very simple concept. If the trade makes sense on 3 minute, take it on 3 minute, brother. 30 second even. 30 second, take it on 30 second. If you find a strategy how to trade 30 second, let me know. Where am I located? First time here. I'm located in Dubai. Located in Dubai. This is what we call a crab market at the moment. Does TradingView have the emoji of crab? I want to see if it has a crab as an emoji, because we need to put this as crab market. What is this? Bug market. That's a crab market. Why do we call it a crab market? Because the market's going sideways. Mr. Sharp, please tell me how to trade. Link the banks. How do you trade like the banks? You go to the bank and you ask them, how do I trade like you? And then tell me what they tell you. Actually, if you want to trade like the bank, then the best thing to do is to pay $2 million and buy the algorithm that they use in a bank. Is pre-London trading better? There's no Zoom, man. This is just me on a stream. There is no Zoom. Is pre-London trading better than trading in London session? No. Pre-London is planning for London session. That's what it's for. Are we selling or buying? Oh, here we go. Now we're getting... See, earlier on I was talking about no idiots in the chat, but looks like we have one here. No, we're not selling, we're not buying. We're selling and buying. So 50-50. We're selling and buying. If buys work out, fine. If sells work out, fine. No, I'm just joking, guys. Just joking. Nah, this is just a pre-stream. This is a pre-stream. Oh man, now we're getting. Bitcoin started dipping. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a small dip, man. Just look at that retest of the daily resistance. I'll enable slow mode in chat now. Anyways, guys, that's the pre-session stream. Appreciate you all for joining. That's the plan. We have the plan here on GJ here, basically, you know, waiting for more structure to form. Makes sense. You know, if this 4-hour support holds and we get the flip of this 4-hour candle, break above this zone might make sense for buys. Sells a bit too early for sells. We need structure below here to break the 4-hour support. Pretty advanced entry if you're looking from buys from this zone, but definitely possible. And yeah, we'll see if some volume gets in. Appreciate it. And yeah, take care all. Peace.